Hey everybody, welcome to this week's offering. Hey, I'm Jerry Corbett and I am your host, and I'm so delighted that you're here with us this day as we bring you the weekly offering. Hey man, as I've told you before, the offering is about not getting something from you, but getting something to you. We offer you something. It's an offering. Hey, call your friends, call your neighbors, tell everybody that we're on the air and you need for them to join you, get this good content. Hey, if you're here for the first time or for the 100th time, we want you to subscribe if you have not. Subscribe to this great YouTube channel, and I guarantee you this content will be news you can use, and it will help you through your life, and it will help you clear up some stuff as you move forward to do what you feel you're called to do in life. We minister to you in 4 ways. We minister to your spiritual man, to your mental man, to your physical man, and to your financial man. Listen, this ministry is one that can help you get through those foggy places in life and help you get clarity on where it is you're going. Man, I appreciate you joining us this past week for, how to get through some tough times. And we want you, if you have not, go back and view that material and let us know what you think. Shoot us a comment or something, and just let us know how we're doing. Hey man, we are always delighted to hear from you. If you want to reach out to us, you can do that. jcorbettministries@gmail.com. Shoot us an email and let us know what you think, how you feel about the ministry. Man, I'm glad. Some of you support us spiritually, some of you support us financially, some of you support us through prayers, and some of you do all of those. And thank you. We are very appreciative for what you do. Hey, we're going to jump into something that I've been thinking about, because I think it's time for us to live our dreams. Yes, I'm talking about you. Yes, it's time for you to live your dream. It's time for you to get out of that state of mediocrity. It's time for you to press forward towards something that you have been dreaming of doing for a long time. It's your time. Hey, the light has shone upon you, and it's time for you to do something awesome with your life. You've been sitting back, you've been holding back, you've been dreaming, you've been crying, you've been praying, you've been telling others, and now it's time to do something about what you see yourself doing going forward. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about 5 ways to say yes to your dream. All right. Now, we're not going to say yes to the dress. We're going to say yes to the dream, your dream. All right. Father, we give you praise, we give you glory, we give you honor. We thank you for this opportunity that we have. Think through my mind and speak through my mouth, and let the words flow from me to your people, and give your people new wisdom and understanding. Give them a new dream, a new hope, and give them a new desire. We ask this in your name. Amen. All right. Hey, listen. We're going to talk about 5 ways to say yes to your dream, because so many of us, due to hard circumstances or due to whatever, we've rejected our own dreams because we haven't cultivated trust in our own ability to achieve what we see or think or feel is impossible. Hey, but what you've got to do is turn that around and cultivate this into something that is possible. You can do this. I think dreams ought to be high. I think dreams ought to be lofty. I think dreams ought to be things that are hard to do. Other than that, they're not dreams. They're just something you can do. So what I want you to do is dream big. I want you to follow that dream. Some of you have tremendous callings upon your lives. Some of you are to run businesses. Some of you are to do stuff. Some of you are to get promotions. Some of you are to travel or to do whatever. But you've got to learn to say yes to your dreams. You can't keep putting these dreams off. And see, have you ever wondered what it would be like to really experience your dream in reality? Have you ever just pondered that and thought about, So let's face it. The reason we don't is because we can come up with a million reasons why we should not say yes to our dreams. And sometimes we even tell ourselves that, man, my dream doesn't make any sense. But today, I'm going to tell you that your dream does make sense. And you've got to curtail this negativity. Stuff like, I don't have enough money. Okay. Or I'm too old now. No, you're not. It seems impossible. It should. And, well, I just can't because I can't. Now, quit giving yourself that break to stop dreaming. And I want you to continue to dream. And I don't want you to get caught in some complacent state, some mediocre state, some state where you settle. All right? I want you to dream and climb and live this dream. See, if you have ever said any of the above that I just mentioned, I'm too old, I don't have enough money, I just can't, it seems impossible, then it's time to face your truth. Because the truth of the matter is, if you can dream it, you can do it. See, if you can't do it, I don't think you can dream it. So what I want to do is help you understand 5 ways that you don't have to say, I don't have enough money, I'm too old, it seems impossible, or I just simply can't, or they this, or they. No. I want you to learn how to say yes to your dream. Now, I want you to repeat after me. Dream, I say yes to you, and I'm going to live you. All right? I'm going to be you. So you can do it. 5 ways that you can say yes to your dream tonight. And here is the first one. You've got to believe in that little small voice in you that keeps speaking to you. That's the first thing. You know, dreamers, they have a little small voice in them speaking. You've got to believe that voice. You've got to trust that voice. You've got to imagine yourself being what you're dreaming. You got to imagine yourself being there. Now, you can't sometimes get validation from others. You just got to trust that small voice in your mind. See, God has called you to something tremendous, something big. That still small voice, you got to learn to trust it. See, but instead of trusting it, we're guided by our head or our thoughts. You don't overthink this. Don't give thoughts too much teeth that they bite into your dreams and you can't live them. I want you to learn to live it. I want you to learn to do it. I want you to learn to be it. Say it. I want to do this. Then you can do it. But you've got to learn to listen and trust that small voice that keeps tugging at you on the inside. That's the first way you live it. Trust that small voice. Hey, that's biblical too. Now, not only that, but what you've got to do is this. Secondly, you've got to practice, listen at this, saying yes to yourself. You got to practice yes to me, yes to my dream. And see, we tend sometimes to feel undeserving. We feel sometimes that we are reaching measures that are unattainable. We tell ourselves no, and we reject the very idea that we were meant to receive, and we reject the very thing that we were meant to be. But you've got to say yes. Trust that small voice, number one, and then learn to say yes to yourself. See, give yourself a moment to indulge in the satisfaction of self-fulfillment. See, I'm leaning on some other stuff today too, and I'm getting some help from my sister, Sybil Clark Amute, and what I want you to understand is this. She believes, and I believe too, that you need to practice the art of saying yes to yourself. Let yourself indulge in your yes sometimes, all right? So we let ourselves indulge in chocolate. We let ourselves indulge in TV. We let ourselves indulge in other things. So why not indulge in your yes? Why not indulge in that whole idea of self-fulfillment that you can do this and I'm running after this? And it's in that space that rejection becomes, not an option. All right? Because you, in that moment, say yes, and you give yourself a sense of self-fulfillment and you indulge in it. So do that. Second thing, first thing, trust that little voice inside of you, that small voice, that still small voice. And then 2, practice the art of saying yes to yourself. Thirdly, if you're going to say yes to the dream, you've got to surrender your entire life over to your faith and not your fears. You've got to give everything up to your faith and not your fears. See, it's faith is believing that you are capable of achieving the impossible. It's applying action, then it's reinforcement of your beliefs. And without this kind of faith, we deny ourselves the power of seeing what we dream for come to life. See, you got to understand, without faith, we reject the power that can work in us, that can bring forth this dream. So what we've got to do is surrender to our faith and not our fears. Yeah. And we got to relinquish all rights to be afraid. And we've got to walk by faith and not by sight. See, because everything you see is going to tell you, it's too big, it's too high, it's too large, it's too much, it's impossible. That's gonna be there, but it's gonna cause fear. But then your faith must kick in and say, all things are possible. Faith must kick in and say, God called me to this moment. Faith must kick in, and you must be like Esther. You're in the kingdom for such a time as this. All right. Hey, man, you can say yes to that dream, So why don't you practice it today? Yes to my dream. I'm going to live you out. All right. That's 3. Here they are. The first 3 we've talked about, saying yes to your dreams. How do you do it? Well, 1, you learn to trust that little small voice in you that's tugging at you, giving you this dream in the first place. 2, you practice the art of saying yes to yourself. And 3, you surrender your life over to faith and not fear. Then 4, here we go. Here's 4. You've got to get some accountability partners. See, no human is capable of achieving anything alone. No man is an island. No woman is an island. See, your vision will require you to tap in to your own ability. But then in that ability, you need accountability, all right? People who can help you make the stuff in you come alive. Now listen, remember what I said. People, your accountability partners, must be people who can make what's inside of you come alive. What does that mean? That means everybody is not an accountability partner. That means you got to stay away from the dream killers. You got to stay away from, well, it seems hard. Well, if it were me. No, stay away from those kind of people. And what you do is be around people who have strong skills, people who have knowledge, people who have energy, people who are ready to face challenges, people who themselves are working on something, people themselves who are living their dreams, people themselves who are saying yes to themselves, people themselves that trust their small voice, people themselves that have surrendered up everything and are walking into a path. Get around those people and make them your accountability partners. See, with your ability and then this accountability, your dreams can come true and you can say yes to your dreams. All right, that's 4. Let's rehearse. Here we go. 5 ways to say yes to your dreams. If your dreams are going to come true and you are going to live your best life. 1, you've got to trust that inner voice inside of you that's tugging you. 2, you got to practice the art of saying yes to yourself. 3, you got to surrender your life over to your faith and not your fear. And then you've got to surround yourself with some good accountability partners. And lastly, you have got to make the pursuit of this dream a matter of life and death. You've got to make the pursuit of this dream a matter of life or death. See, if you want to say yes to your dream, you can't give yourself a way of escape. See, pursuing your dream must be the only option. And I just told you that a bit ago. It has to be the only option. Rejection, failure, no, is not an option. See, you have to put everything in what you believe you see. It has to be a matter of life or death for you. Your dream has to be something you refuse to leave behind. I refuse to leave it behind. I refuse to leave this dream behind. I got to pull it into my right now. I got to pull it to now. You must never leave this dream behind. See, your faith must depend on the idea that you're the only person who actually can bring this dream to life. I can't leave it. And you must understand that there is no way you can live your life without fulfilling this dream. It's a matter of life and death. I can't live unless I do. You know, it's amazing. So you've got to make it a matter of life and death. You know, Harriet Tubman said this: every dream begins with a dreamer. Are you a dreamer? Are you a dreamer? Because Harriet Tubman, you know, the Black Moses, said, every dream begins with a dreamer. And you have to always remember, you have within you the strength, the practice, and the passion to reach the stars, to change the world. Oh, that's what Harriet Tubman said. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach the stars, to change the world. So I beg of each of you today, if you have a specific gift, a specific talent, a specific passion, the world needs you. The world is missing something because you have not lived out your dream. Your own legacy depends on you. Your own legacy depends on the fact of how you talk to this dream. If you are not going to fulfill your legacy, then you can say no to the dream. But if you're going to fulfill your legacy, you have to say yes. All right? And when you say yes, I believe you can change the course of history. And if you involve God in it, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Hey, man. Hey, listen. But remember now, these 5 things to say yes to your dreams. 1, trust that small voice in you. Trust that still small voice. That's God. All right? Then 2, practice the art of saying yes to yourself. Surrender your entire life over to your faith and not your fears. Get your accountability partners, and then pursue this dream like it's a matter of life or death. Hey, man, hope this has been helpful to you tonight. Subscribe to us. Hey, subscribe to the YouTube channel, J. Corbett Ministries. This has been The Orphan, and we come to you every Wednesday, and we want to let you know, man, we are here for you. Reach out to us, J. Corbett Ministries @gmail.com. Drop us a line in the chat box as you chat when you watch this video. And hey, I'll see you real soon. I love you. Take care of each other. Spread love wherever you go. And yes, you can live your dream. I love you. Peace.